Okay, I've been requested to do some videos on like what we do when we're through hiking. So I was going to start like a day in the life series just to show people what we do on the trail in certain situations. So today we've come across this nice spring and I'm going to show you how we filter water. So one of the ways that we collect water is to use a bag like this. This is called a CNOC or a Canuck or however you want to pronounce it, it doesn't matter. Other people just use bottles. What we all do is we keep this as a dirty water bag or source. If somebody's using a bottle, there's one bottle that's always the dirty bottle. The reason for that is we always assume that all the water that we collect is contaminated. Because if you don't filter your water, you might get giardia and have a really bad time in the woods. So we have this really nice spring here, which you can see. These are kind of uncommon. Lots of times we're just taking water out of a creek or a river or a stream or snow melt just coming down the side of a hill. But in this case, this is a spring right out of the ground. There's no snow and somebody's put in this nice metal channel. So the way we collect water and filter, pretty simple. Fill our dirty bags or bottles with whatever the water source is. And then, once we have that water, we're going to move to filter it. So we'll come out here. So here we have what's known as a Sawyer squeeze filter. It is by far the most prevalent means of filtering water that you'll see on a trail anywhere. Back in the old days, they used to use pump filters, and there are some competitors, but this thing pretty much rules the market. It is solid state. It uses a bundle of membrane tubes in there with holes so small that protozoa, bacteria can't fit through those holes. And that's what allows you to filter water. It also takes out a lot of the color. So it's very simple. It flows in one direction. We have our bottles, almost always smart water bottles because they're tall, which is nice for taking vertical space inside of your pack. We attach it. Make sure there's a little air coming out. And that's it. It's about as simple. We do this, I don't know how many times a day. Depends on how hot it is. 4 or 5 times a day. Maybe less, maybe more. You can, most of us hang this from a tree and then go about and eat snacks or whatever. Some of us are impatient, so we're going to squeeze it out. And then once that's done, you've got perfectly fine water to drink. And when I say you can drink any water, you can take water from a mud puddle. It can be brown and dirty and full of algae. You can run it through this filter. It will come out very clear and it's drinkable. The only thing this doesn't filter is viruses, but viruses are extremely uncommon in the wild. This is not where viruses live, and so typically they don't, it's not something we address or really worry about. There are filters that will take out viruses, but they're much slower and more expensive. So, easy, right? This is how we get our water. Thanks for watching.